Justin,
Ian,
Ian, podcast,
Ian,
Justin, and Ian, podcast,
Ian,
podcast, Justin,
and
Ian,
podcast.
in me.
So Donda dropped.
Yeah. Very mid. I fucking said it. It was mid.
Roll the intro music.
I tried Viagra for the first time.
Coffee's for people who can't cut.
No, fuck that.
Refresh your sock wardrobe.
I'm going to jail.
Freaking pretentious.
We got you. Listen up. Welcome
to the Justin Ian podcast. Okay, so hello, welcome back to the podcast.
Welcome back, everyone.
Yeah, welcome back to the podcast.
Today's talking points, we're going to be talking about Shanghai and the legend of the 10 shrinks.
And Dizzy Donda. And Certified Boy Lover.
I'm a certified boy lover.
I'm a certified boy lover right here.
Yeah, I feel like that's what a dad would say. Like, hey, champ, what's that new Drake album? Certified boy lover. I love him. I love boys. Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely certified to love boys.
Boy lovers. Like, no, dad,
that's not what it means.
It's a certified lover boy. It's the opposite. Whatever it is, loving boys, boy lover. I love Drake.
Ally.
Yeah, his son's gay. That's why he wants to.
You know, I didn't know you were a fan of Drake, but I'm glad that he's an ally now.
All those women, it represents the gay flag, doesn't it? I kind of sound like Obama.
Yeah.
Michelle, you hear about this new album? Certified boy loving or something. No.
Barack. It's Certified Boy Lover. You met Drake before. How about his friend that
starts having a stroke?
West Kanye.
What's that guy's name? West of the what's that guy? Western Union, west of the Nile. That fellow who's married to that rump. That whole rumpus. Yeah, but is that what we're gonna start off with?
Yeah, because
we might as well.
So I like Donda a lot.
I like Donda a lot also. Could some songs been cut a little shorter? Sure.
Could the part 2's been saved for something else?
Sure.
I think like the storyline wise, or like as an album, thematically, the part 2's, it ends really nicely on No Child Left Behind.
You know what? Though I feel like I've given both a listen. Certified Lover Boy and
Certified Boy Lover and
Certified Boy Lover and Donda. But I haven't, usually when I want to listen to an album, I may be extra for this. I like to have Genius pulled up and read the lyrics.
That's what Ryan was doing when we were listening to it for the first time.
So I've only listened to Donda and Certified Lover Boy passingly. Like just like while I'm doing something else, I'll just be listening. Yeah. Whatever. I will say this. Sonically, I think Certified Boy Lover, it's cleaner and it's more consistent, but I think the sounds aren't as experimental for my liking.
No, I think it's just regular Drake.
Yeah, it's not
a lot of regular Drake.
A lot of regular Drake.
Like I think with Donda, Kanye was trying to do something different sometimes. Yeah. Or he was trying to do what he did before, but redo it in a new way.
Yeah.
But for Certified Boy Lover, Drake just did Drake.
He did Drake and he did Drake well, consistently well. But I'm just, for me personally, I like more experimental, more weird shit. And that's where Donda succeeds, I think.
And I also think the highlights of both the albums are in the features. Yeah. The solo work is not as strong as the features work on both.
To my door. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, man. Like I feel like Kanye's with Donda, there were some tracks that felt a little unfinished and like, whatever production wise and just the way it sounds. But the songs that were good were like really good, man. Like really good.
Do you have any highlights off rip?
Let me get my phone for you.
I will get my phone as well. I can start Jail.
I also have Jail.
Am I gonna say I like Jail Part 2 better than Jail 1?
I don't know. Say it.
Sometimes I do. Sometimes I feel like Jail Part 2, just because I think depends on if you're trying to go mellowed out, you go Jail 1. Yeah. And if you're trying to get a little hypey, you go Jail 2.
Yeah. So I got Heaven and Hell. Really like Heaven and Hell.
Are we talking about the same album?
Yeah, Heaven and Hell. It's like that. It's like a pretty hard song.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Heaven and Hell. Remote Control.
Remote Control.
And the fucking snippet at the end. I'm on boom boom glub glub glub.
Bro, I watched a full scene of that.
Is it crazy?
It's fucking weird.
Yeah,
So
it looks weird.
So it's a Jesus movie.
Oh,
It's a religious movie, and that, oh god, it's awful. So the full scene is this little squirrel guy goes into this basement looking for his friends because they will go missing in his house, which is the room of the glow glow glob glob is a basement, and it's the library. So he's looking. So the squirrel guy looks for his friends, and he's like, "I heard them scream in the basement, so I came down." And then a book opens up, drops on the ground, and the glow globe glub glub. Like, have you seen a picture of it? Like the swarming.
Yeah.
He comes out of the book. He emerges out of a book. Then he opens another book, and then he emerges into the book. And then he emerges out of it, and then the squirrel guy's just watching this thing happen the whole time. And then the glow globe glub glub comes up and he's like, after coming in out of the second book.
All the content in the book?
Bro, he's like, so that's the thing. The squirrel guy's like, goes like, oh, so you're just reading these books? And then the glow globe glub glob's like, no, I'm consuming the books. And then the little squirrel guy's like, aren't you just eating the words? And then the glow glow glub is like, no, I am consuming the words. They make me alive.
Oh,
and then,
my.
so they have like a back and forth, and then the glow glow glub glub does his song.
Yeah.
So the I am the glow glow glub glub. And then, yeah. And then he's like, well, and the glow glow glub is like, so who are you looking for? And I'm like, my friends, I heard them scream, so I came down here. And he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. And then the squirrel guy says, oh, I found my friends. And then they're all frozen looking in books like this.
Oh my God. This is a kid's movie?
This is a children's movie. And then he's like, friends, what's wrong? Why aren't you moving? And the global glob's like, they are in books. Ugh. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? What is this sample?
You know, that's kind of funny. It's like book burning. That's probably what it was. It's like, it's a Christian thing. So they're probably like, some books are bad. You shouldn't read them. Look what happens.
Yeah, you become
a fucking fat glub gloob gloob, and all your friends get enthralled. So no Harry Potters. No Harry Potter, J.K.
Whoa, what a cut. What a deep.
Yeah.
Wow, yeah. I like Believe What I Say, which is the Lauryn Hill track.
Yeah, man. That was also a good one.
What's a fun song? Junior is a fun song.
You know what, man? I'm on I'm teeing the line between Junior and shit. Junior, what? Yeah, bro. Some moods. Like sometimes I'll listen to it, be like, yeah, it's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a very Playboy Card. He has a feature on it, right? Playboy Cardi.
4-5 showers. Hey.
Yeah.
4-5 showers.
I'm like, I get it. And then there's some songs where I'm like, I don't know, man. He tried playing around with that like trap kind of song, like feel.
Yeah,
in the
I know
song.
he got Playboy Cardi.
Yeah, I think Off the Grid is that other song.
Yeah, off the grid. Yeah, that guy has a really good feature from Vivo Foreign, I think.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good. Like, it's a really for someone who I've never heard before.
Mm-hmm. I got fucking Jonah on here. I think I said that. No, I didn't. But Jonah's on there. No. Moon, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, so me and the boys, as we said last time, the boys did a listening party for it, and this is the highest scoring album so far.
Wow, really?
Yeah. So the total actually a lot. Yeah, no.
That's interesting.
Yeah, for me it's the highest scoring album. I think overall it was the highest scoring album. So mine's finished at 8. My final average score was 8.25. And then Tyler's was 8. Ryan's was 8.75.
Really?
Yeah. And then we had his neighbor over, and he gave it a 8.5 average as well.
Man, I don't know if I would rate it that high.
Well, just the average, off the averages.
True. Was it were there a lot of lower numbers, but a lot of high numbers when the songs were really good, or is it just all consistently kind of high?
It was consistently kind of high.
Interesting. Okay.
There's a lot of 8s, a lot of 9s.
Oh. Did you do one for certified boy lover? No.
We also did Jesus.
How far did you get back into his discography before you rated?
Thing. I personally listened to all of Kanye's albums like a month before.
Yeah.
And then we were working backwards when Donda came out.
And you guys made it to Yeezus, and before
we made it. No, we made it to Pablo before Donda came out, and we listened to Yeezus
after,
like a few days after Donda came out.
Okay.
Yeezus is.
What do you think about Yeezus?
Oh man, at first I was not into Yeezus.
Yeah,
but I used to it's perfectly timed for a workout, like 40 minutes.
I feel that.
So I usually run it on a workout, and then through my times listening through my workouts, it's grown a spot for me.
Yeah, I feel like over the years, Yeezus really gained a cult following because it's so experimental. It's very weird.
Yeah,
it's kind of like how very unrelated, but like Tyler Creator's Cherry Bomb. I'm not sure if you listen to it, but like it's very much like weird. People are like, "What the fuck
Is
is this
Cherry
guy
Bomb the
doing?"
one with the guy on it?
Yeah. That dude, the purple guy.
No, I thought. Oh no, I'm thinking about Goblin. With the
you're
white
thinking-
guy.
Yeah.
Isn't he the assassin guy?
Who?
The on Goblin, the cover of Goblin.
No, that's Tyler.
No, there's another. Can you go through the Scott? There's a album with a white guy on it. You know which one I'm talking about with a white guy?
This is all his albums.
No, it might have been a single then. I don't know. There's a picture of a white guy. What the fuck am I looking?
I think you were looking at.
I don't know. Then it was. I swear it's a Tyler album with a white guy on it.
Maybe
like
Cherry
an old white
Bomb.
guy. Hold on.
But anyways, yeah, I bring up Cherry Bomb because everyone didn't really like it, but now everyone's like, as of late, everyone's like, Cherry Bomb was like his best album instrumentally. It's really good. But
What is your favorite Tyler the Creator album?
Ooh, that's a can of worms, man. Wolf is pretty good.
Which
Wolf is the one where he's like doing like a yearbook photo of himself, where he's like fading out of himself.
no Goblin. Look, there's that guy, the old guy, the white guy.
Oh, I thought that was Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, that's an alternative cover.
Oh, the alternative cover.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's Wolf, the one right there. Yeah, that's Wolf. Wolf is pretty good. But I also like Igor a lot. I like Igor more than his newest album, Call Me If You Get Lost,
Yeah,
which may be a little controversial.
I
but
listened to Call Me When You Get Lost when I was.
It was
really
good.
young.
I liked it. It was fun.
It sounded like very like one big song.
I feel that. Yeah, one of the same song. DJ, fucking DJ.
Academics
Academics did. No, not DJ Academics. Is that the guy who was like?
review stuff.
No. The guy on the album. He's the one that was. Is that Academics? No, it's not Academics.
no.
It's DJ. I'm a fucking.
We
fake
can just
fan.
Google it.
He's like.
Let's see if I can Google it faster than you can think of it.
Something Grills, Gangsta Grills,
Gangsta Girl. DJ Drama.
Drama.
Gangsta Girls.
That's what he says. He's like
Oh.
Gangsta Grills. That's like his.
Gangsta Girl. Yeah, that's his
his
tag.
calling. Yeah, but yeah.
All right, now let's get into Certified Boy Lover. I listened to it only
Bro,
once.
it's long, man.
But it's all. I think, although I think it's the same amount of time as
Donda, but I feel like it felt
Donda.
longer to me.
an hour 26 for Certified Boy Lover. And yes, we are gonna call it Certified Boy Lover forever.
Forever, yeah. Also, it's kind of funny how we got Jay-Z, Travis Scott,
Yeah, there's
and Cudi.
Donda's longer. Donda's like 20 minutes longer.
It didn't feel longer though. I don't know, but anyways, yeah.
I did feel it. I did feel like some of the songs on Certified Boy Lover did drag because they were just like regular Drake songs and he's just going
There
over
was
the
nothing
same thing.
crazy to them.
I
Really.
think I think it also doesn't help that the production is the same throughout. Like at least with
you can tell
Donda, they switch up the production in between within the song and within the song.
like a lot of beat switches and stuff.
Beat
yeah,
switches,
so I'm
yeah.
saying Donda's very
Experimental.
Not Donda. Certified Boy Lover is very
Pretty
like
regular.
one tone
Yeah.
for each song, and it kind of blends together. Like when
Yeah.
I was listening to it, I'm like,
Is this the new song?
Yeah, I'm like, when did this change
Bro,
songs?
Champagne Poetry. That I thought that shit was 4 different songs.
Yeah, bro.
I'm like, bro, it's going on for so long.
There was a part. I'm like, when I was listening to it, I'm like, when is this done? Like I looked. It's only 3 minutes or some shit. It's
but
not
it doesn't
long.
feel like 3
It
minutes.
feels so long.
Yeah, not a great intro.
That's why I feel like I need to read the lyrics for this album because I'm like, okay, he's obviously going lyrical for this, not
Yeah.
very like just
He's
like,
rapping.
like you're not just going like come
Yeah.
on, like that shit. Like he's not. I don't know. It's interesting.
I think off rip, good. My 2 picks for like, oh nope, don't play that.
We
The
get
2
taken down.
off rip 2 songs that I like enjoyed like off rip. Take a shot every time I say off rip. Way Too Sexy.
That's a fun song. That's one of the songs I remember. Was that Future? Is Future?
Yeah,
in
Future
that?
song.
Yeah.
And then You Only Live Twice.
What's that? Where's that girl?
Little-
What girls like? Where this
Bro,
guy
he's
called
like
himself a lesbian?
That's when I was like, what the fuck are you saying right
She
now,
said she's
bro?
a lesbian. I said me too.
That's what I'm like, yo. You guys are saying Kanye's whack for some of the
Yeah.
shit he's saying, bro. Drake said he's a lesbian.
I remember making that same joke when I was in grade 4. Like, I thought it was so clever knowing what a lesbian was, and then I'm like, oh, I'm a lesbian because I love girls.
Now it's kind of offensive.
Oh, I'm sure. But like, who was on a feature for that? They had a line where it's like, she said, I like eating pussy. I said, me too. It's like the same shit, but almost like,
Lil Baby.
fucking of course. But like, yeah, that shit was okay.
Girls want girls fuck.
Girls want that shit was funny, man. Everyone on Twitter was like, I saw a few teachers like, did he really just say he's a lesbian?
I saw a repost on Instagram of those.
Someone's like, y'all, yeah, exactly what he says. Like, people clown Kanye for his like, admittedly, he does have some cringe lines sometimes. Kanye, like, he's not past that. This fucking bleach the asshole line. That one's out of pocket.
That's funny though. Honestly, for the logic of the sentence, it works pretty well.
Sure. Some people for this lesbian line would be like, "That's funny because he likes pussy so much. He's a lesbian." I guess. Sure. Like,
I guess logically, we gotta give it to Kanye for
yeah.
bleaching an asshole. We gotta
That's
give
what I'm
it to
saying.
Drake.
Like, it's stupid, but it's
At
like,
least, but
sure.
like, there's some wordplay in the Kanye one. This one's just being weird.
Kanye was just like, if she bleached her asshole and I get bleach on my t-shirt, I'm gonna feel like an asshole. That's like the bare minimum for a bar. Like that's bare minimum for poetry. Like,
Yeah, but Drake is just like,
yeah, he just said I'm a lesbian.
yeah,
because
so out of context.
Because I love pussy. And like, what does that imply? Is that implying like he tried hitting on a girl and she's like, I'm a lesbian. He's like, it's okay, me too. Like
that's not,
like what's that mean? Like
that's rude. And we're back.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, it's
Inside
funny.
joke just for me. Fucking losers.
Yeah.
Pay for the Patreon and maybe we'll get it. You'll get it.
I always keep looking at that camera, but I need to look at this camera.
Oh, we didn't tell them. So for the
yeah.
audio listeners, it doesn't matter as
yeah.
always.
Yeah, it doesn't
So
work.
shout out to audio listeners. But the people on the video, we have a new angle. So I'm
Yeah.
gonna keep cutting back and forth until this angle and make you dizzy.
Yeah, for the reasons, a little technical side, the camera dies sometimes.
Obviously
because
you
it
watch the
needs
video.
constant power, right? Is that the reason? Because I know with stream, the reason is you plug it into your computer.
I don't
so
think
it
it's a
gets, like,
power issue. I think it's more of a memory issue
oh, okay, I
because
see.
it can only hold 20, like half an hour of footage.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, and we filmed for like an hour or
Yeah.
something. Okay, so that makes sense.
But yeah.
So I tried to.
So
I brought a
instead
camera.
of us going like, oh, usually
Be
it
right
says we're back,
Yeah,
we'll just cut to this angle.
yeah, and then you can
Which is
see
nice and
Justin
crisp.
fix it. Yeah. At least crisp enough. Like I think when you get up to the nitty gritty, you'll see some noise.
Yeah, but
like,
you guys won't get into the nitty
if
gritty.
it's well lit.
I'm sure we can have. Eventually, we'll have some like background stuff in the back. We can have my hex bugs and shit in the back,
They're just rumbling.
just rumbling on the
We
bed.
should get a case and just see. We should have a camera just for them.
All you hear is just.
We should put money on. He's like, I call it 5 on him.
At the beginning of the episode, everyone's like, hex bugs, reds or blacks?
Yeah, red or black eyes. All right, put
Bro,
it.
that's the new gambling.
No, we'll get taken
Oh.
off, bro.
No, sorry, not the video for podcast,
Oh.
but like in person. Like I bring up my hex bugs, like yo, black or red.
That'd be funny instead of
dice.
CeeLo. Yeah, this is.
It's black or red. Who's gonna?
Bro,
you
I
put him in
wanna-
a bowl. Who's gonna come out?
I want to bring. So I follow this guy on TikTok, and he's a Beyblade enthusiast.
Beyblade's still a thing.
To some people, like it's actually crazy how in depth these guys get to be like, this is a rotation stealing one, and you pair it well with this tip, so it gives it more speed.
Oh, so
and
like card people.
kind of like car people or like Pokemon people. Like they know matchups and they know which ring to put on a Beyblade to
Sure.
counteract it.
Right.
It's really weird, but like
It's very technical.
very technical. And this guy just rips 2 different Beyblades that he'll custom make.
Okay.
And it'd be like, let's see who wins, guys. I when I'm bored at 3 a.m., I'm like, let's watch some Beyblade content. But like, I want
Do
to
they
bring
do sparks and shit? Or
No,
is that
no,
only
those
for
are
the
those are
shit?
some. Those are like some Beyblades that you can custom make them.
I remember the
But, like,
Filipino Beyblades.
They spark like a
Those
bitch.
are not supposed to spark.
Yeah.
That's illegal sparking.
It's dangerous.
That's dangerous
I
sparking.
had one. My dad came back from the Philippines one time and got like a massive like obviously not a real Beyblade but massive, and it's
Yeah.
like shit built the same way. We hit that and it was sparking against
It's
every
like the TV show.
bro. It was crazy. I'm like, this isn't safe.
Yeah,
This is
and then
crazy.
when you go to the Canadian ones, it's just like little
Tink,
dink. You're like, oh my god.
I remember I used to unlock the memory. Yeah, I remember I put a normal Beyblade, like an American one versus the Filipino.
Oh, the Filipino ones just eat it.
Bro, it would cause sparks and it just destroyed it. I'm like,
Like
wow.
it just demolishes.
Demolished it. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But yeah.
That's what happens when you have no FTC or no federal regulations on
You
toys.
just put fucking razor blades on your Beyblade. That's the blade. Beyblades.
Yeah, Beyblade. It's for razors.
Yeah.
Okay, going back, I don't think I could give. Do you want to just pick an? Obviously, I'm gonna say I like Donda better because I listen to it a lot.
Yeah.
I'm also 100% more partial to Kanye. I don't think I've ever. I think this is probably the first Drake album I listened to in full.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
What a first one to listen to it in full.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've listened to Donda way more than Certified Lover Boy, but again, just because
Donda's been out for a week.
that and like I think Donda catches my attention more because
Yeah.
I'm like I feel like I'm more ADHD like that. I don't have ADHD. I'm just saying as a
Not yet. We haven't tested it.
There's always deniability. We don't know.
We haven't tested it. Patreon
yeah.
goal. Patreon goal.
Ian and Justin get
$5,000.
tested.
Justin and Ian get ADHD
No, we should
tested.
do a whole spectrum. Like from autism to like
We
ADHD.
just go through the whole
thing for everything. It's like, all right, Ian has dyslexia and ADHD and a
at
little bit of depression.
at $10, when we get our first 100, then we do that test.
Yeah.
First 100, Justin Ian do STD test.
The 1,000 we do an STD test.
Oh, 1,000.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll see what happens. It'll
So
be a
what will be
surprise.
our 100
And then we
goal?
do an ancestry test.
Oh, I think that's easy. That's 100 goal.
That's an easier one. Yeah.
That's 100 goal.
yeah.
And then 1,000 is STD, and then we'll go up to like the serious
And then me and Justin get therapy.
10,000 goal.
10,000 we do a therapy for a year and then we see how we change as a person.
Yeah, we record it there. We're on pod.
We do a podcast with our therapist. That'd be like very personal. It's like shit you shouldn't record ever.
That's the $200 Patreon tier.
It's just us crying like, I don't know why I have the need to feel like I'm the smartest person in the room. It's like, because it stems from your father's coldness. It's like,
I don't know why I enjoy failure so much. It's because you have succeeded so much. You feel like failure is, and you need
the only thing to feel alive.
You need to fail to make yourself feel human.
Oh God! It's like, why am I so into the materialistic things? Because you have no real connections with other friends, so you feel that to fill the void in your heart. Oh!
How did you know so well?
Yeah, we come back the next. We're just very like no more dick jokes.
No,
We're just,
but it's like since it's Patreon content, the free viewers don't know what the fuck is going on.
from episode to episode, we'll just get more serious and more like emotionally like mature.
And
like,
it doesn't make
just
any
no dick jokes, nothing.
No, it doesn't make like we're not mentioning at all.
Yeah, it's like it becomes a very intellectual podcast. we do a whole rebrand. Today, me and Justin read some self-help books.
Yeah, we were also diving into a little psychology.
Yeah, me and Justin learned about new
Yeah,
terms.
our show notes are just a bunch of lecture papers and like
we source shit. You'd be like, yeah, I read a really interesting paper from the New York Times, which I'm now subscribed to. And
I'm actually subscribed to New York Times.
I guess it's already started.
It already started.
It's already there.
No, I subscribe to the New York Times for some of my classes, so I can just
nice.
I can just use a bunch of their articles.
Oh, are you paying for that yourself, or is that like a?
Well, there's a university. It's only $2.
How did I not know this?
You just have to sign in with your
Ryerson.
university. Yeah, and then you get a discount. Your phone is about to fall.
I know, I saw it too.
I was gonna catch it. I'm like,
You just
oh.
grab my dick and said, what? I was like, what's happening? Dude, what are you doing? Your phone was falling. Okay, but what do you?
It's not on the ground anymore.
Your phone was falling. Your phone was falling. It's like, what are you doing? Stop. But yeah, certified.
Give me that. Summon that a bit. Baby Keem.
Yeah.
I made a different, more video content that you cannot get.
Nah, that's a great song. Amazing.
I
brother.
listening back, I'm like, this is definitely a warm up for.
Here, let me show you. Sorry, just can you continue?
So this is definitely like Kendrick's warm up track.
Oh yeah.
Like he didn't go as hard as he could have.
Keem's track was admittedly way harder.
Keem went hard, but Kendrick is like, I'm just warming up.
Yeah.
on this.
Here, let me show you this trend that's kind of popping off on.
Is it the punchy trend?
It's that. No, not that one. That one's pretty good, but it's like another separate trend from this. Oh shit, I like so many TikToks. Just keep talking. Let me try to find it. Oh, here.
Okay.
Let me. Shit. Let me screen record it for you.
Yeah.
So you can.
And we go into reaction mode. Where is it?
Okay, here we go.
Reaction mode.
Yeah, that's it. That's
Oh,
that's
man.
what people do it.
Okay, so now what I have to do is since we
I wanna
can't use that
recreate
music,
that.
I
Yeah, you
have to do the. I have to do the voice.
I can't wait for you to try.
I'll do it after.
Yeah, it's
That's
gonna
what
be
I
fun.
did for the other one.
Yeah, I heard it. Let's like that's what
Well, I
Noel.
did that live. Now I gotta do it for the edit.
Yeah, that's what Noel does. His editor does anyways.
Yeah, when he sings the song.
he sings the songs. Yeah. So
Speaking of Noel,
Inugali here for CP24. We're on location on shoot. Reports say there are two virgins inside a bedroom doing a podcast that no one listens to. They paid ad space for us to be here. Not exactly what we're supposed to do here, but they would ask us to, hold on, getting a reading, to like the video, share the Spotify, and, okay, I'm not saying that. Because that's insensitive. I don't care if it's I'm not. And they said, please give us pictures of your, I'm not, okay, that's it, we're done.
Well, you missed one.
Fine.
They asked to like.
Give us a like, follow us on Instagram. What else do they want us to fucking say?
Stop being so annoying.
And they said I should stop being so annoying. It's been
We
Ian
paid you, motherfucker. Is what they said.
They said, we're paying you, motherfucker. You better do what we want, or else we're leaking your... This has been Ian Ugali with CP24.
Welcome back. Deep cut. If you know, it's not that deep, but if you know our inspirations for this podcast, then you definitely know what we're talking, where that moment came from.
Mm-hmm. But
yeah, I usually put it actually in the 20 minutes. Considering it's a mid roll, I always put it like
I know
it's a quarter roll.
yeah, you
really.
play a little early, but yes, I prefer Donda over Certified Boy Lover.
Certified.
Not to knock Certified Boy Lover is a solid album. It's just very boring
Just not
to
for
me.
I think the way to summarize it is Donda's for people who want to be artsy, and Certified Boy Lovers for people who want to be hard.
Yeah, here's how I would put it. Both are good. Both are mid.
Mm-hmm.
But when Donda's good, it's good. And Certified Boy Lover is very consistently mid in the best way possible for Drake fans and for Kanye fans, respectively. That is how I'll say it without being too controversial. And that's how I feel anyway. So I'm a very good fence sitter.
Yeah, you just love sitting the. You just love when the fence goes in your
I love
butthole.
when the post is right up there.
Yeah, I like a nice sharp white
Yeah,
picket fence.
yeah.
So when I'm done with it, you could see that I was there. Just
Yeah,
brown and red on the post.
You know the White House fences are just pointy ass metals.
Yeah, those are your favorite
That's
fences.
my favorite fence. You see it?
Oh, you love that 200-year-old architecture just going up your bum. Oh, the art. Well, Ian's video.
When I sit on it, it's just gonna be like, yeah, I'm a good fence sitter. Oh God.
Wait, Ian, you have to turn your angle around so you can. There you go.
Yeah, I'm sitting on a fence right now.
For the video watchers, Ian has his fist in his bum.
It's like I'm not bricked up or anything.
Yeah.
If I were bricked up, it'd look
No,
like,
you would have to have two because you get aroused from you get impaled by the fence and then you're also getting aroused.
You know, I saw a video. I was on a weird side of the internet, and
Clearly.
there's this one video. Some guy who was fucking himself with a chair, and you saw the leg move in his stomach because it was so deep, and he was going.
God.
It was going like this, bro. He was moving his hips, and he was going like, and he was just moaning. He's like, yeah, fuck. And that's what it looked like, and it was very gross.
Oh my
And
gosh.
apparently, he died after that.
As you would, I'm sure. I'm sure that's what happens if you fuck like a guitar.
Yeah, probably.
You could just go a lot deeper with a guitar
Yeah.
than a chair.
Speaking of weird shit on the internet, you said you found a weird Instagram page.
So as last time we found a weird Instagram page. This time I found two weird. Sorry, last time you found a weird Twitter page. This time I found two weird Instagram pages. So if you want to pull this up,
Sure. I'll start screen recording also.
so yeah,
Amazing, brother.
Again, shout out to the slutters. My slutter has succeeded in finding some weird ass shit.
So I'm going on Instagram, right?
Yeah. I'll just send you the links.
Oh my God. This is a little bonus. Infamous man who married his sex doll was caught cheating on it and is now in love with an ashtray now.
What? How do you go from an ashtray to a person? I mean, a fake person to an ashtray.
Praying. This looks like a cool little thing.
So first we have praying.
Should I go? Which one should I go to
Go
first?
praying first.
Praying first.
So these are two God related, but it's like God satire.
Okay, I feel you.
So-
God's favorite? That's hard.
It's a bunch of God's related merch. Some of it's really dumb.
Rotisserie. What was this?
So praying is more like gods and then memes.
yeah.
God stuff and memes. So speaking of our Twilight
Yeah.
series that we were supposed to start 2
still
weeks
haven't.
ago.
Sorry, guys. If you care, though.
So yeah, so this one is more like memey.
Yeah.
Praying is a lot memey. So there's a lot of merch.
Yeah. Interesting. So is this a Speedo? Don't ask. Don't tell. I love it. Some of this shit actually goes kind of hard.
So I found it in a GQ letter, GQ article.
This is great. You matter. Don't give up. You don't matter. Give up. Bro, that's hard.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
great. Like the merch is really good.
So where'd you find this? Sorry,
my
continue.
newsletter. So
Uh-huh.
there's an article about I'll just read the article off. It's called how it's a GQ article. I'll put it in the show notes. It's called
Oh.
Prayers Up: How God Became the Hottest Thing in Fashion, and they're just doing an analysis of God related imagery and God related themes
Bro,
in clothing.
I'm already following it.
Oh, you were following prayers from before?
Yeah, I think
It just
so.
never popped up in your
Yeah, I
feed.
just never knew.
Well, now you know. So yeah, it's just
Ah.
talking about how God or God related imagery and fashion.
Yeah.
So that one, prayers, is a lot more memey. The prayers most known, I don't know if you'll see it in there, but prayers most known piece is a bikini that says Father, Son, Holy Spirit.
That's hard. Let me see.
It's a white bikini.
You think
It's probably
right
scroll
here?
all the way at the bottom. Oh yeah, there
yeah,
you go.
Father, Son, Holy Spirit. That's lit.
Okay, and then so that's one. They're very merch focused.
Mm-hmm.
And then the next one is called I Need God. You go back.
Yeah, I got it.
This one's more religious memes.
You know
Like
what? Be
Christianity
afraid. Yeah,
memes.
this is what angels are supposed to look like. This is like the biblical description of an angel.
What?
Yeah, that's what angels are supposed to look like. That's why.
Just a
it's-
bunch of eyes and a gun?
Yeah,
Interesting. I never
yeah.
read the Bible.
me neither. But I just know like real. That's how they were described. So I don't know where people
Nice.
came with the winged things. But he's like,
I guess because it looks a lot nicer.
yeah. Oh yeah. Like look at this. Eyes everywhere. Like rings. Like you know what? Be afraid.
Bro, that looks like the 10 rings when he was doing the
We'll talk about that later.
teaser.
Be not afraid. It's the spot. Yo, this
And
is
it's age-
that's good.
So I
man.
Need God is a meme page. It's a satirical Jesus meme page. And
Jay-Z being on the same album. Ramadan Kareem, Christ is risen. Hallelujah. Yeah, this is good, man.
yeah, shout out GQ. Yeah, so this is if you like if you kind of I feel like this is very satirical religion stuff. So if
Yeah.
you really like satirical religion stuff, I Need God is for you, and then praying is just to see funny merch.
Yeah.
Just really funny merch, go to praying. So those are my 2 finds for the week of strange Instagram accounts.
All dogs go to heaven, man.
Bro, it's funny. They post good shit.
I'm posting this on my story.
So yeah, check out those 2 Instagram accounts, and again, send us any weird Instagram accounts you find. If not, my splatters will find them eventually.
Bro, man, I wonder what the why even someone started this. You think they were just religious and they're just like
Or they became anti-religious and they just
I
wanted to
think
make.
I think that's usually it's probably like a Gen Z or a millennial who's like I had a bad relationship with God and I just think it's so corny, so let me just roast it a
Let
bit.
me just roast the shit out of it.
But yeah, that's it. That's awesome. I love it. That was great.
Yeah. So, next thing.
Yeah.
Welcome to part 4 of Justin is an Idiot. So yesterday, I took a driver's license test and I failed it twice.
Can I just tell my perspective?
Yeah,
of
go
how-
tell your perspective,
Okay,
and
so
then
you'll fill in the
filmmaking
blanks.
stuff. We'll go to Ian Smashka, and then we'll come back to we'll go flashback into what happened actually.
Okay, so yesterday, me and Justin and a few other friends watched Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten
Shang-Chi?
Rings. Shang-Chi and Legend of the Ten Rings. And, you know, Justin, we were planners. Me and Justin are planners.
Yeah.
So it was very strange when Justin stopped replying to my messages the day of. And I'm like, okay. I knew he was taking a driving test, his G1. So I'm like, whatever. Okay, he's probably busy. As the time wound down, you know, he told me, meet me at Lawrence West Station and like, we'll get on the same train and you can just pull up. That's what we did last time when we saw The Green Knight and
Suicide Squad.
Anyway, so I'm there. I'm waiting. I got there early at 5 because he said be there. I will be there around 5:15. So I like being early. So I show up 5. It's 5:56. No word.
An hour later.
No word from anyone. I tried texting Justin twice. It went to the green bubble, so his phone was dead or off. I assumed off because the driving test. I'm like, maybe he's just taking it again. That's what I thought. Like I thought like maybe you're just doing it again to make sure you get it that day. So I'm like, whatever. So I text Tyler, and I'm like the old assistant, and I'm like, hey, where you guys at? He's like, oh, I'm at Shepherd West Station. We can come meet you in 10 minutes. They pull up in 20 minutes. Show up. We go to the station to meet Josh. And we're all just thinking, where is Justin? And then Kevin's texting me like, hey, no answer. Call straight to voicemail. And we're like, what should we do? Like, we should just go to the theater. So we go to the theater. We're all waiting. We're all just laughing. We're making bets. We're like, he's not coming. We're like making jokes. We're like, he's not going to show up, blah, blah, blah. And then he's like, everyone's like joking. He's like, did you even transfer Justin? Did you transfer Justin? And people are like, no. And I'm kind of glad because he might get blown off. And I'm like, I eat transfers. And they're like, climbs like, you idiot. You always wait for the goods to show up first. And I'm like, sorry. I trust this dude. And I'm like,
Kevin, you transferred me right away.
and Kevin did too. And Tyler kept doing this bit where he would look over the edge and go like, Justin. And then I'd be like, and nothing. It'd be another person. And then he kept being like, well, if their name is Justin, they'll look. And I'm like, all right, what's part 2 of that? And then what's the part 2? Let's say you got some guy named Justin, right? Justin, yeah. Oh, you got the tickets? Shang-Chi? Yeah. For me and my girlfriend, yeah. Come on, man. Like, there's no follow-up. It's just awkward. First time I laughed. Then he did like 4 more times. I'm like, man, stop. Because I'm like, I want to see this movie. And then anyway, so Justin finally comes. He's running. He's running. He goes, okay, someone give me your phone. I have to log in to get my tickets. My phone's dead. I'm like, I knew it. And then he comes up and like, guess who failed their driver license 2 times? And we're like, oh man. And then he's just panicking, logging in, just like out of breath. Yeah, man, I failed twice. I don't know if Joven got it. Tyler called Joven earlier. Joven got it. And Justin's like, at least another Gregorio got it. Just a pain in his eyes. And you know what? I didn't give him shit for being like, because I'm like, I've never saw you more distressed in your life. Like, I'm like, this guy was late. We were cutting it. The movie started at 7. You came at 7.
We literally got like 2 trailers.
Yeah. 2 trailers. Usually the pre-show is like a whole bunch of trailers.
Yeah.
Even trailers repeating.
Repeating trailers, the pre-show interviews and everything.
Yeah.
We literally got there. This is probably the first time I've been this cutting it close to the movie where I've only seen 2 trailers before the movie started.
The theater was pretty packed. Like, usually we're the first ones in there.
So, okay.
Okay, now it's
Backing up.
cut. Yeah.
So, me and my brother planned to get our driver's license on that day. I only want to get my driver's license because my brother was getting it, and I didn't want to be that brother who. Now I am the brother who.
Yeah,
did it.
their younger brother got
Spoiler
this
alert: Joven got it, and I didn't.
Yeah, yeah.
But so I'm like, okay, whatever. The day before, this is probably the earliest I slept ever. Like, I slept at like 12.
Oh shit.
And my brother like conked out at 10.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, whatever. I slept early. I guess I can wake up early. Slept through my alarm still.
Oh man.
And then I'll update like why later. So then Joven comes down, wakes me up at 8, and he's like, okay, we should go. And I'm like, okay, whatever, we'll go. We get to probably the thing at 9:30. We get to the DMV at 9:30, bro. And we did not move in our place in line for legit half an hour. We were
terrible.
At the end of the line for half an hour.
It's like the most generic DMV story that every young adult has. We're like, DMV's the worst. I hate the DMV.
And then we moved like slowly inch by inch. And then maybe 2 hours in, like we made a big movement. Like they cleared a good chunk of the line, I guess, because the way they were doing it is they would, like, since we didn't move for that half an hour, I think they were trying to clear out what they had for the half an hour and then just bring in as many people as they can.
Right. That makes
so
sense.
that was good, but they didn't do that ever again. From that point on, when we were just trickling slowly forward to the front of the line, inching forward. And that whole process took about 8 to 9 hours.
Shit.
So
you timed it.
I had but my phone died.
Yeah.
So I don't know what exactly the time is, but the last screenshot I have for the timer was at 4:13. We were in line for 6 hours, 58 minutes. And that was 4:13. We didn't get into the actual testing room until we didn't get into the building to do our like basic stuff, just to sign up. So paperwork, names, and photo until maybe until 5:45 maybe.
Shit.
So we didn't get in until 5:45. So I don't know what the time is on that. So maybe
5:45. That's crazy. So literally like
8.5 hours we've been waiting in line. And
I thought you were gonna, because like when you text me, you're like, oh, I'm gonna take it in the morning.
I thought I genuinely thought I was gonna be out of there by max 4. I wasn't. So my plan was, okay, I go into get my DMV, get the driver's license, which I didn't get it, and then I'll still have enough time to go home, get changed, get showered, because I was outside for literally 7 hours. I probably smell like ass, whatever. Get home, get my phone charged because it was dead. It was dead since probably like 4:30. So my phone was dead from 4:30. And before that, it was like at 2%. So I didn't use it. I was just keeping it for the timer, right? And then I'm like, okay, I'll have time to get ready and then meet up the boys later. So as time went on in the line, as we were getting closer and closer, I realized my plan was losing steps.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'll have enough time to go home and get changed and get showered and get my phone charged. Then 5 o'clock came. I'm like, okay, I have enough time to go home and get my charger. And then 6 o'clock and then 5:30 came. I'm like, I have enough time to walk to the bus stop. Then finally we got in, and then we're in the testing room. Then we went through the line and whatever to get our process. That shit went fast. Maybe took 10 minutes to get my shit signed up. Then in the testing room, I'm like, okay, I think I started my test around 5:50. So I smashed through the first test and I failed. I got one wrong. Then I'm like, oh fuck. Then I did the second. So that was the road rules.
Yeah.
Fucking like one wrong. Stupid fire hydrants and fucking pedestrian and how much. So the questions I got wrong that gave me this trauma are fire hydrants. How much can you park between a fire hydrant? And how much space does a cyclist have on the road? How much lane are they entitled to?
And the answer to both of those is how far you can pee.
Yeah. If you can shoot a stream, that's the
that's
distance.
the limit.
That's the distance. I mean, I'm a short shooter, so I didn't work.
You have
for
to
me.
prove to the cops afterwards.
Yeah.
You have to chug a water and just piss. That's
Yeah. So unfortunately, I am a short shooter, so I picked the wrong.
Yeah.
I undershot.
You undershot.
So knowing me, I'm a short shooter. I went, okay, it's gonna be
Yeah.
the longer one.
Yeah.
It's the shorter
It was
one.
the shorter
it's
one.
the shorter one.
Which the real answer is 3
Yeah.
for fire hydrants.
It is 3.
Yeah.
And then the lane one, I don't know. And then I got some other questions wrong. I don't remember them because I'm like, I have 4. You can get 4 questions wrong. I didn't care about those 4 because I didn't care about those. I'm like, okay, whatever. They're the 3 that I got wrong. I'm like, whatever. The 2 that I didn't get wrong because I'm like, okay, if I get this one wrong, I can't get anything else wrong. That was the
Yeah.
fire hydrant one.
Yeah.
And then the next one is like, you're done. So, and that was the lane one, which I got twice. I got the same questions twice and I got them both wrong the same time.
Same answer, too.
And then the road test, I got perfect. I just smashed through those signs.
I mean, yeah.
So yeah, that was so I finished the first test and I was just like, fuck, I failed. I fucking failed. I'm an idiot. And then I was like, okay, I think I still have enough time to retake the test one more time. Confidently, I stride up to the lady. I will take the test again, lady. She's like, okay, go to this computer. I'm like, okay, do the test again. Failed. And I'm just like, okay, well, now I'm for sure an idiot.
And I'm late.
And I'm late again. So now I'm like, okay, the last time I checked the clock is 6:50.
Yeah.
A bunch of other people before me passed, so I have to wait for all of them to get their shit processed, and then some people also failed, so I have to wait for them all to get processed because I finished my both attempts really quickly compared to everyone else. And then I was just waiting, and then my brother went up before I did, and he flashed me the time, like the hand sign. I'm like, I'm fucking late. Now I have to run to the bus stop. I have to run, not even to the bus stop. I have to run to the station.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck. So as soon as I went up after everyone's like, oh, I was like, okay, sorry, lady, I failed again. She's like, oh, you only got one question wrong. I'm like, yeah. And then in my mind, I'm like, it's the same question I got wrong last time.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'll do it another time. She's like, okay, yeah, you can go. We'll just give you the paperwork so next time you don't have to wait in line. So I'm like, okay, thanks. So I'm just like waiting for the lady to put the fucking paperwork. Very nice lady. She helped me a lot for with the processing, whatever. And then as soon as I get the paper, I bolt out of the station, and there's still a long line of people hoping to get in. They are definitely not getting in. Maybe like 80
When does it
people.
close? 8?
It closed at 7, but they cut off the line to allow people in at 4.
Oh, man.
So these people, and the way the line was, the 25 people before me and Joven were guaranteed to get in. Me and Joven were part of the first people who were like, you are not guaranteed you're getting in today.
Oh,
and that was
man.
at they gave those out at 5 to 4:30.
Yeah.
So we're like, I mean, we were right after the guys that they guaranteed. So we're definitely probably going to get in.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely, probably. We are definitely getting in because they're definitely going to have enough space to do 2 more people at least.
Yeah.
So I ran past all the people who think they're getting in. They're not, because it's an hour before they're closed. They're not getting in.
Yeah.
So I ran and I just kept running to this. This is the longest run of my life. That day I had 1 water bottle, 1 granola bar, and 1 Tim Hortons breakfast
Running
sandwich.
on fumes, bro.
I was legit running on fumes. So I run to the station, gassed out, phone dead, and it's like, I think I was running too hard. I couldn't contemplate how bad I fucked up on my driver's test.
Okay, I just want to make it clear. You didn't even fuck up that bad.
No, I didn't do that bad. I got
You're
one.
just so hard on yourself. Super hypercritical on yourself. You've always been like this.
Yeah.
It's just like, I remember Justin was telling us that he was like, I'm an idiot. I'm a fucking laughing about it, but obviously you were a little hurt. And I'm just like, buddy.
I know.
So
So
everyone fails, I think.
Yeah. So
At least once.
So I run through, get to the station, and I'm just panting. I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to get my phone. My
Yeah.
tickets are on my phone.
Yeah.
So I was thinking, in my distressed state, running maybe, I want to say I ran 1.5 kilometers.
Holy shit.
And I haven't ran in a month. I haven't done
Yeah.
exercise running in a month. So this is just me
Your
running.
cardio's fucked.
It's not bad because I mean, it's
You-
still okay,
yeah,
but
you
it's
do
still
work.
I haven't ran in a hot minute. So I'm just should I ask someone for a charger on the bus right now? Looking like a crackhead like I am. That's you have a charger?
Hey man. Hey, hey buddy, Justin here. Can I borrow your phone, your
You
charger?
have an iPhone, right? You have a charger? You have a charger? You have a
Start
charger?
shaking children. Hey man, you got a charger? It's like, Mom, help.
So I decided not to ask people for a charger, and I was just sitting, and there was a lady in front of me, and I was like, do I ask this lady for the time. And I guess the way she looked at me, she's like, are you okay? Are you okay? Why are you looking at me like that? I'm like, because I was like debating, like, I guess in my mind, I'm just like, should I ask the lady for the time? But it didn't look like I would just
Your partner's like, just mutters, she's like, am I gonna get fucking killed? Like, what the fuck's happening?
So I'm just like, whatever. I'll just the stops have TVs and they have the time on it. I'll just wait to get there. So I get off the stop I need to change onto the other train, and I look at the time like it's 6:50. I'm like, oh, I have time, which is the biggest relief I had that day. It's the second biggest relief. The first biggest relief was when the driving instructor employee's like, all right, you two can come in now. That was the first one. That was like, oh my God, me waiting 8 hours was finally worth it. And then I go on to the other train, and then I get up to the station where the movie theater is, and I'm running again.
Yeah.
So I got off the train. I quickly, illegally crossed the street. Then I
jaywalked.
And then I wait for the light, and then I cross again, but I'm just bolting it.
Yeah.
And people are just like,
no,
like just dodging me. I'm like, get the fuck out of my way.
Oh,
and then
you
I'm
do
running.
watch Shang-Chi.
And I'm running. And then as soon as I run to the escalator where you guys are like looking down for the Justin, Tyler's like, Justin, I'm like, I failed. And then I'm just bolting up the stairs. It was like, I failed. We were so
loud, and everyone was like, what the fuck's happening? Yeah, what's happening? And you're like, guys, I failed. And I'm like, Justin.
Failure.
No one was saying failure.
Just me.
You thought. Idiot. Yeah. We were spitting on you. Go home.
And everyone just looked at me I only looked at you guys for a little bit because I was like focusing on running up the stairs. And the one glance, you guys look so terrified and confused. I'm like, it's fine. Don't worry about me. Let's just get in there.
Again, that was the most distressed I've ever seen you.
And then we got in, no problem. Yeah. Honestly, I really needed that movie, or else I would have got into a deep depression.
Well, I'm glad that movie was enough.
So Shang-Chi, our Shang-Chi review.
What a journey, huh?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that was a journey for me yesterday, bro. Now we've related to the people in the podcast.
And then
legit. Moment for moment. I started with CLB, then we went to the driver test story, and now we're at Shang-Chi. That was my day yesterday.
That was legit the day yesterday.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Ian, go first. I'm tired. I need to drink water.
What can I say about Shang-Chi that no one's already saying? It was great.
Yeah, so we'll do the same thing as the last time. We'll do our pasta meter, and then we'll go into the little nitty gritty.
So pasta meter right off the bat. Originally, when at the end of the movie, they asked, oh, what would you do? Like, how would you rate it? I said I'd eat the whole gosh darn pot. But realistically, I think I would just go back for seconds. That's how I'd rate it. Mm-hmm. I would go back for seconds. Like first bowl, I can definitely go for more. And then I do it. Well, I wouldn't actually go back for more because counting calories and
fitness.
I'm fucking so sexy now. Fitness dick in your No, but yeah, definitely I'm lowering my rating. I think just off the get-go, I was a very high off Simu Liu's charisma.
Yeah.
Because he's great.
He's a charming man.
Someone said he brings the same charisma and excitement the way RDJ brought to Tony Stark.
I wouldn't say RDJ. I'd say Chris Pratt. Less comedy, but I'd say Chris Pratt.
He's just you can tell he loves being.
He also has the similar
Shang-Chi.
arc of funny guy to action guy.
Yeah. But yeah, how about you?
My rating was it was a very good bowl, but I'm good with the one bowl.
Yeah, you're satiated.
I'm satiated with the bowl.
Yeah, man. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we'll go into some nice highlights before we get into spoilers.
Awkwafina. Love her.
She's
great.
Honestly, she's on the projection. Her career projection is to be like Ryan Reynolds, where she's just herself.
Oh yeah, okay. But she's just playing herself, but not overdoing it the way Reynolds has in the last few years.
But the thing is, Awkwafina has already established herself that she can do not herself with the Farewell.
Yeah.
In the Farewell, she is very much not Awkwafina.
She's like a more depressed version of Awkwafina.
No, not even close. She's like a completely different person in the Farewell, I think.
Maybe I haven't seen enough Awkwafina movies then.
No, Awkwafina's like pretty Awkwafina.
I've seen her in what? Bad Neighbors, the Raya and the Last Dragon, which is a great movie.
Bro, that's what I was saying. I'm like, this is just Raya the Last Dragon, but better.
But better, yeah.
I didn't like Raya.
You didn't like Raya?
I thought it was. I listened to David So review it. I'm like, oh, it's not that great.
I liked it. It was enjoyable.
Well, you got to listen to how he takes it down, and it makes a lot more sense.
Oh, man.
He takes it down so eloquently.
Okay, I'll check it out. But yeah, what else has she been in? The Farewell also. But
Farewell. That's her least Aquafina role.
Man, The Farewell made me cry. That's a great movie.
The Farewell hits so different,
bro. You guys,
Farewell hits
you guys
so
want
different.
to watch more movies that are more Asian representative.
But it's not even like it's slamming it down your throat that it's Asian representation.
No, it's just
that's just
it's
how it
just
is.
in the life. Like this is Asian culture. It's great. It's great. It's not like Crazy Rich Asians. Like we're Asian.
No, this is
It's
just
like we're Asian. You know.
yeah, it's a quiet we're
Yeah,
Asian.
but yeah. So I love Awkwafina in Shang-Chi.
She wasn't
because
Crazy Rich Asian. She was very Aquafina
she
and Crazy.
was in Crazy- but but I like
there's
her.
a movie called Discord the movie, and she's in it as well. It's a short film.
Discord, like the
No, it's just called Discord the movie with Danny DeVito and Aquafina.
awesome. But anyways, yeah. So I
We'll
like
find
I
it.
like Awkwafina in this movie so much because she's like the lightning rod for every comic.
She was in
Area.
Jumanji, the second one.
She
Ming.
was. That's right.
She's in Between Two Ferns.
I was just watching her interview. But anyways, yeah. So I feel like she's such a good character
Actor.
because and character actor and in general for this movie in particular because they know she's funny and they use her well.
And they play her well, yeah.
Instead of the Marvel formula where
They make everyone funny.
everyone has their moments. Everyone's fucking hilarious, no matter their character, which I think is a little
Weird.
whatever. But they made
Works
her.
for the Guardians, doesn't work for everyone else.
Yeah, they made her the funny thing, the funny
funny-
person,
yeah.
and they funneled all their MCU jokes into it. Some worked, some were whatever. But they
Most of them worked.
most of them worked, but they worked well to the point where they even knew how to balance like the serious moments. Because I feel like in that moment where are we gonna get spoiler?
Wait.
Shang-Chi says a certain thing with a lot of weight to it. Like it's a very heavy inclination where he's like, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it because I was taught this way, so I'm gonna do it.
And Aquafina doesn't make a joke about it.
They could have easily made a joke about it.
But they didn't.
but they didn't.
They let it stay
Yeah,
serious.
there was this. The way she said, she's like, Jesus, that's fuck. She's like, that's really messed up, man. And some people chuckled, and I'm like, that wasn't funny. Like that was the most. That's how people talk. First
That's
of all,
the most regular. That's the most heartfelt Aquafina moment.
if I was in that situation, I'd probably be like, yeah, that's fucked, dude. Like, what the fuck? Like, that's messed up.
Yeah.
That's not your. That was not on you. But yeah, they did it well. I liked it.
For the more this is probably like the least Marvel movie, I'd say.
It's a great twist on the Marvel. Like you can definitely see the formula there.
Yeah, you can
interweaving.
see it, but it's not like the elements are not very Marvel.
It's not like Black Widow. Like Black
No.
Widow was very Marvel.
I like this a lot better than Black Widow.
To be fair, like Shang-Chi has so much like fantasy. It's straight
Yeah,
up a fantasy
It's
movie.
more fantasy movie than Marvel movie. I'd
Yeah.
say.
Oh, there's a genre for those old kung fu movies.
Yeah,
a proper name for it.
Wuxia, I think.
Something like that. But like the American term was like something fantasy. Kung fu fantasy, something like that. But
It's,
yeah.
well, I think I did. You know, it's funny. I had a class on it.
Oh,
I think
nice.
or I didn't have a class on it, but
But
there was
yeah,
an
yeah.
element in the class about it.
Yeah.
I think it's called Wuxia with the dragons and
yeah.
not dragons. I mean animals and whatever.
Sure. Sure.
I know there was actually. So we'll get into spoilers later, but
Yeah.
because this is a spoiler. But the fights. I think that's probably some of the better MCU fighting.
I love the choreography for it, man. They just don't cut. Like
Mm,
it
they-
shows
they
they cut, but it's not distractingly cutting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like do. It was like what the fuck for one punch?
No, they
there
did.
was-
They did hold a lot longer.
Yeah.
And I saw the Hong Kong influence in the way they were shooting stuff.
Oh,
They definitely went
yeah.
long. They went sweeping and
yeah,
stuff,
man.
which I really
Yeah,
appreciated.
and they did those like I don't want to say corny,
The
campy.
air.
The air, the whole acrobatics, the whole like thing, like
They did it very well. They
it's
translated very well.
It's campy, but it's like
It works for that movie.
exactly, and it's because it's MCU.
Yeah,
It's magical, so it's like yeah, that makes sense.
that makes sense.
The only gripe the green screen was a little iffy on some parts.
Some of the CGI was borderline
yeah
Black Panther.
Black Panther
Train
comet in the mountain scene,
Yeah,
but not as bad. It never
Not
crossed
as
that
bad.
line.
It never went, but it was getting close. Sometimes.
Getting pretty close. Yeah.
All right. Let's close it out on spoilers, Ian. So everyone, if you haven't watched Shang-Chi,
Yeah. And that's not
Skip-
us being.
No, that's how they
That's how
literally
they
spent
pronounce it.
time in the movie to tell you how to pronounce his name,
Yeah.
which is I appreciate it.
Yeah. I
All
didn't want
the-
to feel like an idiot.
No, I don't want to feel
Being-
like an idiot, like a fake.
feeling insensitive to how to pronounce it.
Yeah,
Because I love pronouncing people's names properly.
Yeah, they appreciate it so much more.
I have a friend, old coworker.
You and
she-
your old coworkers, man.
Yeah, she introduced herself to us as Irene,
Mhm.
and I'm like, is that your like name? Like, is that your real? She said, oh no, my Korean name is Minju. So I'm like, okay, then I'll call you Minju. Like,
Mhm.
I don't want to call you your American name or Canadian name. If your name is Minju, I'll just call you Minju.
Yeah.
So that's what I chose to call her as. But yeah, it's just I feel like it's respectful, more
Yeah.
respectful than be like, oh, I'm not gonna bother. Hey,
Yeah,
man.
it's like when I call Tyler Jamie.
yeah, hi me. Jaime. But yeah.
Spoilers. Okay. The water. Oh, spoilers. Trevor.
Fucking Trevor.
and
They
Morris.
brought back
Trevor
a
Slattery.
throwaway character like that everyone was pissed at when Iron Man 3 came out and everyone's like the Mandarin is fake, like shit, that's shit. But they brought him back
And they made it work so
he
well.
stole it. The show. Ben Kingsley, you could just tell he was happy to be back.
Yeah.
It was great, man.
Oh my gosh, and he had his friend Morris.
His fucking friend Morris.
Bro, Morris was the highlight of
Bro,
the movie.
I
can't wait for the Morris fucking
toys.
stuffies to come
Bro,
out.
I'm
and
gonna
stuff.
buy a Morris toy. It's
Bro, he'll
fucking
be their
great.
next mid-roll.
Oh yeah, I thought for sure their second post credit was gonna be of Morris and Trevor.
No.
But I liked their last scene together.
Yeah.
Like it's like a sad bait. Like, oh my god, Trevor died. Morris is alone. And he's like, I'm just acting. Come on, get down here.
And then Morris
and then he fucking lays him upside down. They make a headless fluff ball
With wings.
With wings, so emotional. Like so, like they gave it so much life, and it's so good. I love it.
Yeah.
So good.
That was another good. See, I think that's how they did it well too. Like, not everyone got comedy. They had comedy characters
Yeah.
that were serving the comedy.
Yeah. Yeah. And they didn't overstay their welcome at all.
No, they were there as
to
long
be
as they
there.
needed there.
Yeah. So
Um,
good.
I like the pacing of the film. The pacing was great.
I did you watch that Jeremy Johns review?
No, I haven't watched any reviews. I went to sleep yesterday.
It was I went to sleep. I was so depressed. I just
Yeah, I
I
just
just took a
needed to-
nap. This is a new sitting position.
yeah.
Yeah, I like
Well, now
getting-
we have the angle, so
yeah,
I can
getting comfy. But they're
whoop whoop. The other angle can see me
you're,
exercise.
oh, that's for the Patreon, bro. What are you doing?
No, I mean we don't need to cut to this
can
angle.
we please blur it?
Yeah,
I'll go out.
I'm gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna blur all my.
Tarantino, calm down. What was I fucking saying? Man?
Pacing Jeremy Johns.
Oh, so Jeremy Johns gave a knock to it. He's like, man, the slow moments felt really slow. And I'm like, I didn't feel that. I felt like they kept introducing characters that made the movie feel fresh, even if it was just dialogue.
Yeah.
Like, and they gave a lot of short action sequences, even though it wasn't fighting, there was so action in it, which I thought was fair. But like, you know, I will agree with something he said. He's like, the end fight, they kind of got rid of the hand to hand and went more magically.
They definitely
magical
went
into it.
regular MCU, and
Yeah.
I really appreciate the hand to hand combat in this movie was top tier.
Bro, excellent. Even the training scenes, like just the speed in which
Oh.
Shang-Chi was going hard on the paint,
Dude,
bro.
the bus sequence, top tier
Great,
Marvel,
great.
top tier Marvel fight scene,
Great.
top tier
So
Marvel fight
good.
scene.
Even the fight scene between him and his trainer.
His sister,
No, his trainer, like in the abandoned building, and like holding kunais, and he flips and he grabs it and goes. The
oh
mask
yeah,
guy, the
yeah,
mask guy, the
yeah.
guy. Which I thought was kind of a waste. I thought he was gonna have a bigger role, but he was
He
like,
literally got sucked.
yeah, he got the soul sucked out of him, bro.
I got the soul sucked out of me, bro.
Yeah, pretty much the whole villain of Shang-Chi is a guy who sucks the soul out of you.
It's not a guy.
Or
it's
a
a
dragon.
fucking monster. Bro, I appreciated that they went very dragons and soul suckers that were really
So-
gruesome.
You know what's great about this movie? That I know you don't watch anime, but this is such an anime
thing.
inspired movie. I'm not sure if that was on purpose, but like it had to have been. So many scenes in that were straight up like, if this were animated, this would be crazy.
Yeah.
But like even with the CGI, they kind of like go that route where it like just the way his body's moving, the speed, like the motion blur. I'm like, this is like anime in real life. Like if all anime movies were translated the way Shang-Chi did it, it'd be amazing, man.
Yeah.
Like that final battle where he fucking does like basically they made a joke about it, and I said it to Josh. I'm like, yo, that's a Kamehameha. Like that's a Dragon Ball Z shit where he has the rings and he goes, and I'm like, bro, that's Dragon Ball Z. And it's funny because he shot a ball into a dragon and blended him up from the inside out and exploded him like a kaiju.
Dude, that was crazy.
Fucking crazy. It was so good.
And I appreciated the detail of how Shang-Chi was fighting in like, it looked like Jordans. It looked like he was fighting in Jordans.
They did look like fucking Jordans. When I looked down, I'm like, dude, those are Jordans, bro.
That's what I appreciate, that although he was wearing the traditional garb of his
people, Taulo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kept the OG.
Yeah, man. The blending of his, because you know,
I love the little costume detail like that.
a big theme of the movie is identity.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, your present, your past, your ancestry, like your blood, nurture versus nature, with all that.
Who you are, who you were.
Exactly. Like kind of, you know, a split identity between being American and being Asian, pretty much being an Asian American. But yeah, anyways, that's a great representation. That I totally agree. And also, speaking of costumes, I think we can all agree that Dragon Scale is just Asian vibranium.
Yeah, Dragon Scale is Asian
100%
vibranium.
is
So it's
Asian
good to know that the MCU has a lot of different resources they
Yeah.
can tap into.
Yeah. It's cool. I like the look of it.
It does look cool
Yeah, man, it's awesome. I fucking love it. Can't wait to so good.
to see it in action with vibranium.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be so good, bro. I mean, but also, it said that Tao Lo's in a different dimension, right?
Yeah, they're
So,
teleport.
yeah, which I thought was really crazy. I just thought it was hidden in this universe.
No,
but no,
no,
this
no.
is a
This is a different world.
this is where the multiverse comes in. It's like because like
they even alluded to it at the end.
yeah. Oh man, the Benedict
Wong.
what's his name?
Benedict Wong,
That's his real name.
and his character's
That's
name is
awesome.
Wong.
Well, Benedict Wong, aka Wong. I liked his appearances in the movie. I thought it was gonna be that quick thing in the tournament
Yeah.
scenes. No, he comes back at the end and
Post credit.
Post credit. That was great. They do karaoke.
Yeah, that was so fun.
fucking cute. Yeah,
And they did. Oh man, callbacks galore in this movie, man.
yeah, bro.
Hotel
Abomination.
California 3 times.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. You know what? I was kind of glad what they didn't do. I thought Shang-Chi when he got blasted by his dad. That sounds. Ian, Justin, and Ian, a context. But when his dad fisted him and he goes flying and then he's like just smoke everywhere and I'm like, oh my god, is he? I thought he was gonna start singing Hotel California. His dad's like, what are you? And he would have fucked him up.
No, yeah.
But I'm glad they kept it.
They kept it
serious.
regular.
Yeah.
What other notes do I have? I like the music drops of from the soundtrack. I haven't listened to the soundtrack, but Ian said it's good.
Bro, so many great artists. Janae Aiko,
All the half Asians.
Anderson Paak. Yeah, they really dug like who's Asian? Who can we include?
We'll take them.
Yo,
If they're a
we'll
quarter,
take 'em.
we'll take them.
Yeah.
We'll take them.
I don't know if Earthgang's in it. If you guys don't know who Earthgang is, it's a group. They're great. They do a lot of songs with J. Cole and Dreamville. But anyways, I'm not sure if they're Asian. I can definitely see if they're part Asian. Sway Lee, I don't even know what he looks like.
I think he is part Asian.
Okay, there we go. But like a lot of part
Again,
Asians are
There's a lot of part Asians. They couldn't get.
Yeah.
They ran out of full Asians.
But 88 Rising had a stamp on there. Like at the end, they even had like a whole logo credit.
I think
with
that's
them.
the same thing that they did with
TDE.
the Black Panther album. They put on TDs.
Yeah.
A lot of TDE people. So SZA was on there.
SZA, yeah,
Kendrick
yeah.
was obviously on there.
It's literally, and I will say, man, Shang-Chi definitely is what Black Panther was for the Black community, what it is for the Asian American community,
Yeah.
more specifically the Chinese American community.
Yeah.
But not to say like not other Asians can like I definitely related to. I'm
Yeah,
not
there was
sure
definitely
how
a
much
lot
you did.
of. There was still the Asian American.
Yeah.
I guess it's a stereotype, but it's like lived experience.
Yeah. It's a very shared lived experience that's very characterized by certain things like the grandma, the need, the overdoting parents that are like, when are you gonna do this? Where's your girlfriend? I like how they touched on it where Shang-Chi's like, I got picked on for whatever Asians get picked on, like the same shit we all get picked on for. And I'm like, oh, it's funny because like white people or just anyone who isn't Asian might understand that.
But
They're
they
like,
don't understand in the same way we
in the
understand
same
it.
way that, yeah, it's like, oh, your food smells bad, or like, ew, what is that? Like, why are you eating so much rice all the time?
James Corden.
Wait, I don't know. I don't get that.
Oh, there's a lot of people are trying to cancel James Corden because
Oh man.
his show Spill Your Guts or Fill Your Guts.
Okay, yeah,
And they're like, you're making these are
literally
people's delicacies and you're just throwing it out.
literally yucking their yum. You
Yeah,
ever
like
heard
people
that?
are like,
Yeah.
this is like the highest amount of food. This is like celebration food. This is a special event, and you're using it as a joke.
Ooh, I can see like balut being one of those things. It's like,
It was on there.
real. This is fermented duck. Ew. Here, look, white people.
Here, tell us how all your people you had sex with or eat this dead duck.
Yeah, pretty much. And then like imagine they got a Filipino just like sick. It's really
CBU's
good.
on there is just like
Yeah, eating all of is this dim sum? Is this all for free? Like, is this rotation like family style? But yeah, I can get behind that. That's pretty insensitive now that
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it. That's pretty bad.
your food looks ugly. Well, you're
Ooh.
ugly.
you're British. You colonized. Oh, how about that? We'll talk about that.
let's talk about how many people you killed.
Oh, dude. What do you fucking got? Beans on toast? Gross.
Yeah, what the fuck? You guys are like,
You have soggy toast. That's your breakfast. But yeah, that's pretty
yeah,
insensitive.
there we
but
go.
yeah.
That's our fuck the white people of the day.
Fuck British people.
You guys have no culinary history.
Both cameras. No,
Cutting back. Okay, so
But,
yeah, I
um,
love this. This is good.
Shang-Chi was great, man. I
Yeah,
loved
good
it.
good time. If you again, least Marvel movie. It is not on Disney Plus at all. No, it didn't get a
Yeah.
double release. So
Yeah.
fuck you, Scar. That was a big fuck you to ScarJo. They're like, we
Bro.
believe in Shang-Chi. We're not even gonna home premiere that. But
Yup.
you, ScarJo, you're gonna get a home
Yeah,
premiere.
that's pretty
You
disrespectful.
were with us for 10 years. This guy's new.
That's
but we're
pretty
not gonna
disrespectful.
give him the
Yeah,
the
we don't
fucking-
care about you anymore. You're old news. Your contract died. I don't give a shit. Oh, I forgot to mention, the dad as a antagonist.
Oh, bro, all the including building on the dad. they had some OG. Michelle Yeoh was in there, bro.
Mhm.
Ooh, pay respect
Mhm.
to the OG, bro.
Yep. But what was? Oh yeah, the dad as a villain, I really liked.
He was a really good villain.
It wasn't like a mustachy twirl, like man, I'm gonna destroy the world, like most Iron Man villains.
no, it was very.
It was. It made sense. Like I understand what he wanted. He just wanted his wife back.
and they set him
and
up
his
very.
family.
They humanized him very well.
Yeah. I mean, and like it wasn't really his fault. It was literally the rings that were telling him to do this.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But
No, it wasn't the rings. The soul eaters.
the soul, but yeah. But like I think
They were going through the rings or something.
yeah, the lady was like everyone who tried to come in here had the rings on. That's what it was.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
and I
what she
think
said.
another thing too. I liked speaking on the rings. I like the detail of
Mhm.
how his dad uses the rings versus how he uses the rings.
Yeah, man. The dad is very violent, very like offensive, and then Shang-Chi's very like
He
directional.
works with his mom, and
Yeah.
then but it also when power comes, the power comes.
It's. I don't want to. I don't want to make a joke about it being like Kung Fu Panda 3, but it's
I never
very,
watched Kung Fu Panda.
Oh,
3.
dude, if you watch it, like the whole idea of like.
I know Kung Fu Panda 3 is where he finds the other pandas.
Oh, I'm talking about 2. Sorry, Kung Fu Panda 2.
Oh,
It's kind of 3, but mostly 2. Like in number 2, like
I remember watching 2 in the theaters, but I can't tell you what 2 is about.
his master's like, oh, you got to control it. Like, don't be offensive. You have to like go with the flow.
Open hand.
Open hand, exactly. And it's like, and that's pretty much what it was. That's basically what Shang-Chi's fighting is.
Fighting
Like,
is
it's just very.
well, he evolved into open
evolved
hand.
it, yeah.
He started very close fist, but it was fucking sick close fist.
And then you gotta let go of the past. You gotta move on, which I thought was great. But
And-
yeah, I mean, just great. But yeah, his dad did a good job at the end. He's like, I'm dead, man. I've said my piece. I had a good son. All right,
Mhm.
take my rings, bro. And that's it.
I really liked the flash forward, flashback moments. I thought they were really
Yeah.
well placed.
Yeah, man.
And
Really
they
good.
transitioned really well. Just a straight cut. Don't be like, hey, you remember when this happened?
Yeah.
It just went. And then I like the transitions from something in the present to the future.
Yeah.
When they were doing the conversation.
They did a lot of match cuts and a lot of just like like that one scene on the airplane.
Yeah, that
that
was
was
great.
really top tier with the
Because it
lady.
made sense. Like eventually they would have got interrupted.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, it's like when you go to a restaurant and you're talking with a friend, and then the waiter's like, "Okay, hey guys, how can I help you?" And you're just like literally like,
We're in a moment right now,
yeah,
lady.
You're like, yeah, man, I don't know, like my dog is going through really cancer. Hey, would you guys like some cheesy sticks?
I would like some cheesy sticks actually.
It's like, you hungry?
I haven't eaten all day.
Bro, I would eat, but I have a party to go to later.
Yeah, I have a lunch to go to too. So
Oh
that's
shit, yeah, you should empty that stomach. But anyways, Shang-Chi, watch it. You'll really appreciate it. If you're Asian, you'll love it. It's great representation. And if you're
not
just-
Asian, you
and
know,
it's just
open
a
your eyes
good-
a little bit.
Brain Dead made a appearance.
Yeah.
Ronnie Chen. We didn't even talk about fucking the
Ronnie
Ronald.
Chen.
Yeah, I don't know if we have time, but yeah, he's great in that
He's
movie.
great. I need to watch stand up again because
Yeah,
I was trying to watch it with a group of people and that was a bad call.
No, it's good, man.
Watching stand up is fine. You just have to know your audience. And like the
Yeah.
people I was with, they were not vibing with, and I was like, oh fuck, I got
Really?
to switch the channel. Switch the channel.
Shit. But yeah, Ronnie Chen's great. You guys should check him out on
It is
Netflix.
very the weirdest. I've never seen Ronnie Chan like this, and I appreciate it so much.
Me neither. It looks like he's in the MCU for good now, though, because he's with the sister at the end.
Yeah. Oh,
He's his.
oh, I can't believe we didn't talk about the sister. The
She's
sister was
great.
great in the film.
Yeah.
This
Also,
is
can I just say,
cutting into this.
all the women in this film are so beautiful. Like every single one of them.
Yeah.
From the sister to the aunt, like bad, like so attractive and like very graceful. I love the way.
Michelle Yeoh is great.
Yeah.
She's an OG, bro.
Yeah.
She was in Peanut Butter.
Falcon?
No, Gunpowder Milkshake. She was
Oh.
a fucking merc. She was sick in that.
I
too.
haven't watched that
Bro,
movie
I
yet.
think Michelle Yeoh's top tier because she can act.
Yeah.
And she can
And
fight
she can do the fighting.
so well.
Wasn't she in She was in another movie, but
she was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Same. I think she was in a similar role as well.
Okay. I thought because no. Also in MCU, like she played. It was in a post-credit scene where she's in though. She's like one of the aliens of the Ravagers, like one of the Ravager groups. She was like painted blue. So
Oh yeah. She was. She was. So there's
they just
two Michelle
reused it.
Yeohs and
two Lokis in the same timeline.
no, but I think
No,
it's like
it's
two
just two
different,
different
people.
people, yeah. But like, Yeah.
She. I think you know which one you're talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. But
She's
yeah,
a, so how does
She's
that
a
work
Ravager.
now?
I guess they just can't ever meet. Like they can't ever meet.
All right, we'll figure out the answer
Yeah.
to that another time. And with that,
Yeah.
thank you for listening. Episode 29. We're almost at 30, Ian. We did 10 episodes straight
nice.
on. Wow,
Nice.
proud
We've
of
been-
us.
yeah.
Consistency.
Let's see if we'll keep it up during the school year.
I hope we can. I think.
I
we
mean,
can.
I have Fridays off.
And I have I don't have Fridays off, but I'll figure it
I
out.
have Mondays off too.
Oh yeah.
Well, I only have one class at 4, so like early.
yeah.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
Sorry about clips. I'll put them out when I can.
We'll fill them with
Justin,
We'll fill them. We'll fill those
We'll
holes.
fill those holes. I'll fill those holes personally until
And with
there's
that,
can't hold any more liquid.
bye. Second camera angle.